Hey everyone, it's Ryzen, and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. Well, I've brought in Yukari, Junpei, and Akihiko. That's the party I want. And let's go over to the next section. As for recommended personas, well, pretty much just the same ones. Siegfried, Odin, Horus, Raphael, Hariti, Seth, Norn, and Succubus. Although I don't think you really need Horus and Succubus, but you might as well keep them around. They could be useful against a mixed group of enemies, potentially. There is one more persona that I want to fuse, but I don't need to fuse it until we're done, actually, with Tartarus. I'm only going to use it for the Reaper and the final boss. In fact, I think there's only 3 personas in general left to fuse, as far as what I'm going to actually use. But anyway, we got some new enemies. Yeah, we're going to want... well, something. I forget what I was saying. We're going to want to accept the Reaper quest at some point. Alright, we got the Emperor Beetle and the... oh, these are the Raphael books. Okay, I found them. After all this time, I found them. Wow. I don't even know what they're weak to, but whatever. The Emperor Beetles are... well, they're weak to strike attacks, so I'll just use Siegfried here. That should work. Unfortunately, they null slash and pierce, but whatever. They're weak to strike. They have Ziodyne, Poison Mist, Marakunda, Akasha Arts, and a pierce attack, so let's just use... wow, they actually have Akasha Arts even though they're weak to it. Very strange. See if I can find those Raphael books. Wow, I almost actually got those guys. Yep, let's do an all-out attack. Yeah, those Raphael books, they absorb wind, repel ice, they're weak to fire. They have Agidyne, Poison Mist, Bufudyne, Evil Touch, and a pierce attack. I will not be listing them again in the Bestiary because you could have encountered them earlier. So feel free to look back at my previous Bestiary to see them. I think it was 2 sections ago that you could first encounter them. But yeah, normally I would probably just use Vorpal Blade, but I didn't want to use Vorpal Blade there because, well, the Emperor Beetles were unfortunately immune to slash. But Akasha Arts gets the job done. Alright, now we got the Fierce Cyclops, who were the recent boss, but now they are not, but whatever. We want to use Siegfried here. And we want to use... well, not slash, so we're going to use a strike attack here. Yeah, we'll use Akasha Arts. You could also use Arrow Rain, either way. But yeah, they absorb slash and fire. They have Last Resort, Foul Breath, Agidyne, Infuriate, Dekaja, God's Hand, and a slash attack. But just use Akasha Arts or Arrow Rain. That'll get the job done. Don't do that, idiot. Aw, man. You're using Marakunda. I forgot to change your tactics. Let's do that now. Attack freely, that's fine. I don't really care too much. Let's use Arrow Rain. Mix it up. There we go. Hard to say what's better between Arrow Rain and Akasha Arts. They're both about the same. Arrow Rain, I think, is slightly weaker, but hits 3 times, potentially. Whereas Akasha Arts is stronger per hit, but only can hit twice. So, you can go either way. It looks like the Doom Swords will be the only enemy I didn't encounter ever. But whatever, no big deal. Let's have Yukari heal us up when we go up here. If you would. Okay, I guess Akihiko can do it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, more Wrathful books. What were they weak to? I can actually just show off a battle with them alone. They're weak to fire, so we want to use Seth here. And we'll go ahead and use Miragi. That ought to do it. Besides, they give a lot of experience.
Good choice. The enemy is down. Here's our chance for an all-out attack. Throw me at him.
Oh, got him.
Good job.
I don't think I listed them twice. No. I didn't. Maybe I'll add them to this section. Really? I actually wanted the experience there, not the stat up, but whatever. Only one mini-boss left. Only have 4 enemies left in general to show off. You are not very good at your job, Fuka, but whatever. See what we got here.
There are 3 of them. Strike
Emperor
first.
Beetles. Yeah, I would just use Siegfried on them, but I'm just going to run. Obviously, Akasha Arts is the way to go there. If you manage to repel their Akasha Arts, that will also take weakness damage from it, I believe. It's been a while since I've had that happen, but I recall that still counts. Not that I have that Berserker's thing equipped anymore. Whatever it was called. Berserker's Ring or something. No, let's not fight the same enemy again. But you could do that. I suppose. I'd rather have the Tome of the Void equipped. The Tome of the Void because... well, I actually like keeping control of the one character I can control. I'm leaving that on for the rest of the game, by the way. Ah, the Platinum Dice.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the
They are resistant to everything except lightning. So we want to use Odin. But yeah, they resist Slash, Strike, and Pierce. They know Fire, Ice, and Wind, but they're weak to lightning. So we use a good little Mazio. They have Torrent Shot, Akasha Arts, God's Hand, and a Strike Attack. But they're easy enough to deal with.
Great battle.
Let's take that. You can get level 10 experience cards now, although not all the time, but you can. They're more common in Monad, the secret area there. Alright, let's just keep going up. So I'm only missing 3 enemies. If I feel like it, I might try to find those Doom Swords. But probably not. Let's see what we got here. 4 Platinum Dice, but I don't care for that. I would just use Odin there, obviously. Looking for Harmony Giants, Noble Seekers, and Minotaur I's. Yeah, I don't think there's any enemy weak to light or dark here, but... I don't know, there might be an older enemy that shows up. I'm not sure. But even if there isn't, I would just... Excuse you? Why didn't you turn around? I would still bring it along. Or bring those 2 along. No reason not to, really. Ah, Harmony Giants. There they are. So these guys are... well, they Null Strike, they Repel, Pierce, Lightning, and Wind. They're weak to Ice, so Mabufu's the way to go. And they have Ziodyne, Tempest Slash, Megiddo, and a Slash Attack. But a quick Mabufu will do the trick. Assuming you can hit the guy, of course, which, you know, that's not gonna work, Curry. Thanks. Oh, he has Brave Blade now. Not that I really like Brave Blade. I don't think it's very useful. Blade of Fury, that's pretty good. So, can we try this again, please? you have a buff that makes you more accurate here.
Here's a chance. Let's get him.
Yeah, too bad we don't have Agidyne. But I don't think we need it to kill these guys. Nah, I didn't think so. They only have 390 HP. There is an enemy that is weak to ice that will probably not be killed by that combo. However, I'll just use an individual targeting Bufu spell, or Agidyne spell, to get a little bit extra damage on all of them, but that's not till Monad. I think that would probably do the trick. Besides, I'll get my Agidyne eventually anyway. I do plan on getting one more Ice Persona. And I'm sure you guys know the one. So we're just missing 2 enemies here. Go back to Raphael. If I don't show off 1 or 2 enemies, whatever. I'm looking for Minotaur I and Noble Seekers. These are neither of them.
3 of them. Strike first.
Minotaur ones should be pretty easy to find. They're by themselves. I'm sure they have a lot of HP. In fact, he's actually weak to darkness. I might actually use it on him, depending on how much HP he has. I didn't write it down. But he's also weak to fire, so probably not.
There are 4 enemies. Attack!
Shouldn't be too hard. We're almost there. We're almost done with Tartarus. Noble Seekers? Nah. This is stupid books. Now I've been counting them all the time. Maybe, yeah, I'll definitely add them to this section. It's Bestiary. I didn't realize they were that common. Okay, you know what? You're irritating me. Let's just run. Hopefully I can get away without a problem. Yeah, there we go. I'll take the golden gloves that I'll never use. Why not? Okay, that's got to be the Minotaur one. Yeah, this is him. I can tell from the... No, it's a fierce Cyclops. Well, that's annoying. That's normally a Minotaur 1 when that happens, but I guess not today. I didn't even realize you could encounter them by themselves. Try this guy. Ah, Noble Seekers. There they are. They are weak to wind, but they repel fire, light, and dark. They have Mudun, Agidyne, Provoke, Agidyne, and a strike attack. Norn is the persona of choice, as you might imagine. So let's just use a nice little Magaru spell. Amazing how these level 1 attackable elemental spells are still useful 100 hours into the game. There's no way that was intentional.
Great battle.
I don't even remember how I learned that. I just kind of thought about, you know, I wonder if I can still one-shot enemies just by using level 1 elemental spells. And all that attacks, and it worked wonders. It was crazy how well it worked. There's like one instance where I would even care. Well, there's a few times when I used a Agidyne spell, but not very often. And even not having my Agidyne doesn't really matter to me. Okay, that's probably him, but I want to preemptive him here. Make sure we don't attract that guy's attention. Hopefully that's him. I'd like to just get up to the top here. No. No, of course not. That's not him. Okay, well, the Minotaur 1 is strong against Slash, Strike, and Pierce. It repels light. It's weak to fire and dark. Has Primal Force, Tarukaja, High Counter, Evade Fire, and a Pierce attack. Because of the Evade Fire, I would recommend using Succubus and Mudun. I think you got a better shot of killing the guy like that. I wrote Seth in my notes, but really with an evade skill, I would recommend Succubus. He probably doesn't have very much HP. Watch, this is going to be him. Come on. Yeah, that's him.
I'll scan the target.
Leave it Let's see how much HP he actually has, because I'm not entirely sure. But I do want Succubus. And I'll use Darkness on him, but let's just wait here. Come on, scan him.
It has multiple weaknesses.
He has a lot of HP, so yeah, use Darkness on him. Mudun's the way to go.
Only one enemy left. Leave it to me.
So yeah, Mudun's the way to go. I already got him. I can tell because of the picture there. Definitely the way to go.
Good job.
I'll have to make sure I change that in my notes. Or my bestiary that I post up. So yeah, I guess you do need Succubus for this section. It's Horus that you don't need, but really, just keep Horus around because, I mean, it keeps leveling up for you, so it'll be a good persona to leave equipped if you just want to avoid enemies. It'll even start scaring enemies in Monad eventually if you level long enough. But yeah, that's every new enemy. I showed off pretty much every enemy in the game except for the Doom Swords. And the Monad enemies, which I will show off later. Say that all the time, Fuka. Oh, out of the way, Junpei. Jeez, scaring me there. I don't know why Junpei was in my way there. On the next floor, how about you guys just go find it for me? I'm done.
Please spread out and search the area.
Uh-oh.
Woot! Check out my fat loot.
Meh, I have plenty of money anyway. I'm not going to fuse the new persona until after the next, No, let's keep going. The next boss. Oh, there we go. They're right next to each other. Oh, it wasn't money. It was just a chest with an item in it. That's fine. So let's see here. Actually, this is one of the easier mini-bosses in the game. Let's go over what I'm going to do for it. I can get back to floor 1 here. So for recommended party... Oh, well, it helps if I actually get to the right section here. There we go. So for recommended party, you're going to want Yukari, Ken, and Aegis. The reason being is they have well, Pierce Elemental weapons. Even the Gungnir is Pierce Elemental, fortunately. If it wasn't, I would just equip something else. Don't use any of those pure Elemental weapons, though, because they won't work. They'll be an Elemental type. But yeah, we need the 3 Pierce Elemental characters there. And we're also going to want to equip either a spear or a bow on Minotaur here. It doesn't particularly matter what you give him. I like bows better. That's just me. So I'll just give him this lightning bow. It is not lightning elemental, by the way. It is Pierce Elemental, despite the name. And make sure you have either the Ring of Serenity or the Tome of the Void. Whatever to make you immune to rage. Although do not protect your party members from rage because it will actually, well, it will help you actually. But yeah, that's it for now. Obviously, equip Raphael. And what persona are we going to use for the boss anyway? Siegfried, of course we are. So yeah, this is Ryzen. Thanks for watching. Take care.